Generic greetings and welcome to Star Wars Battlefront 2. Today's beverage is a nice banana milkshake, which is as close as I could get to the blue milk that Luke drinks in Episode 4, and I believe there's a reference to that as well in Episode 8, but that's not got really anything to do with this game. We are on a bit of Battlefront 2 here, and we're going to have a little bit of a chill out by playing some co-op missions, and this is something that is, I was going to say recently added to the game, but depending on when you really see this video, because I have no idea when I'm releasing it. Either way, this is a nice little addition late on in the game's life. It's now pretty much done with. I think they've confirmed that they're adding no more major content. It's just bug fixes and a couple of tweaks and changes here and there. Let's go with probably the Galactic Empire as a co-op mode. But yes, this entire game really can, I think, be summarised as a shame. It was sort of critically panned and undersold because, quite rightly so, people didn't really buy it and didn't buy into the whole pseudo pay-to-win gambling microtransaction star card stuff when it was going to be first released, and I can totally understand that, and in fact sort of agree with a lot of that as well, that yeah, it shouldn't have had that from the get-go, and it hasn't really gotten away from that, although obviously it's been a couple of years since its release. It's certainly a game that I rate highly and recommend these days. I think it's extremely good fun. It is arcade Star Wars, like you can play a single player co-op like I'm doing here, which I tend to do a lot with some friends, and also in there's also multiplayer modes as well. I can't really speak for the balance in that side of it because I've played this heroes and villains stuff and get absolutely slaughtered in one match and do okay in the others because it's all based on the type of players that you can see. I've come into games where they've been like hundreds of ranks above me and thinking, yeah, that's not totally going to work out. I think I'm actually going to go with probably the heavy here. This is, like I say, one of the co-op modes, one of the ones I'm mainly playing. And it's, like I say, just a really good, fun, interesting Star Wars arcadey blast game, which is all cool. So we're currently on Tatooine, one of my favourite maps because of nostalgia, and we're going to go and try to assault the Rebel scum. So this is a co-op mode, so basically it's got four people, so there's myself and three others here, just players, and then you've got obviously the NPCs as well, and you've got 3 points, A, B and C. I'm going to mark that as the one I'm going towards, and let's get a shield up because I think there's some people coming here. So I've got a T-21 and I've taken their head straight off there. Let's just continue fighting forward, and it is a bit of a wave game, you know. At the end of the day, it is AI, so not terribly smart, but you also do see the heroes as well, which is really cool. Let me just keep walking forward here, trying to get as many headshots as possible, and oh, we're getting flanked, so I may die here. It looks like I've managed to survive it, and there we go. Let's see, the thing about a T-21 is it's got a lot of heft behind the hilt, so when you need to take them out, then you very much can. Look at that. I mean, this is not a terribly old game. I think 2017, I think, but good grief, it does look very nice. Also, very much looking forward to the Squadrons thing that has been announced, but as of the time recording it, yeah, I don't know exactly, I don't know much about it, but other than it's more Star Wars, and I tend to buy and play most Star Wars games, apart from the mobile stuff, obviously. But that can be said about most mobile stuff. Anyway, as you can see, we are able to hold this point and are doing okay here. It looks like we are capturing point A. We only have to capture one of the points, so that's alright. Head comes straight off. I'm going to switch over to this minigun here, and you can spin it up, and as soon as someone comes around the corner, I'm going to absolutely let rip at pretty much anyone. Oh, there's some people coming around the corner here, so let us start firing. And no, I think they've actually... Oh no, they're going to keep coming. There we go. So, area effect. There we go. And we've also leveled up. And is that going to be it? I think that's about it. So, that is an objective capture. Let's move forward to the next point. We have 7,200 battle points, as shown on the bottom there. And that's a lot of people in here. And that's actually that's not a bad thing to happen to me, because we now can pick another class, but it's not going to be one of these. Oh, no, 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 no. Do we want Vader? Do we want Bosk? Do we want the Emperor? No, of course. If you've got Darth Maul, you have to use Darth Maul. He has a lightsaber throwing ability, which I don't know how that works with a double-bladed lightsaber without turning one of them off. He has a force push like that, and he also has a sort of jump forward thing, which pretty much gets him killed immediately if he does it in the wrong order, which is very much like now, because that is Han Solo, and I don't really want to be dealing with Han Solo at this particular stage, because my health health is going down far too fast. So let's come back here and just get a couple of lightsaber throws in, and we might be able to kill him. We've killed him. You also might notice that, yes, that is actually an Ewok on the ground there. That is something that you can experience because, well, Ewoks are in the game. Ewoks have been in the game for... I sent that Wookiee. Ewoks have been in the game for quite some time, I think. There was an Ewok hunt mode quite early on in the game's life, but now they are actually one of the classes. I think they're trying to come around here, and I'm just going to be honest, put some lightsaber block up. Let's actually get away from there. The build that I'm running at the moment is actually a fairly powerful force throw build. Sorry, not force throw, lightsaber throw build. That's pretty much how I've built Maul. And you might think, well, hang on, how did you do a throwing build with Maul or whatever? Well, that's just, you know, how the cards are set out. Let's just go up here and see if we can take him out. Obviously, you could go for a lightsaber build. You could go for a throw build on that actually charge build there. You could go for one of those, which is fairly cool as well. Anyway, let's have a stop and tip some beverages. But I mean, you could probably fling many criticisms at the game, but quite frankly, I do just generally enjoy blasting some stormtroopers or whatever as Star Wars characters. And oh, dearie me, I've been shot from the back. But you notice I didn't get many battle points for playing Maul. When you play hero, you don't get many battle points at all. Who have we got? Iden Verso, got the Emperor. Now we're gonna have to go back to Maul, aren't we? Because, well, why not? And because of the amount of characters that's in the game for the different eras, so you've got obviously all of the eras. So you've got, well, the prequels, the original trilogy, and the whatever the new one's called, the sequel trilogy, I guess. There's many different heroes and maps and different classes and specials and that sort of thing. So I mean, the Clone Commando's in, and that's a grenade that I'm gonna get stunned by. Yeah, and all of that. There's still holes in the game. There's still gaps that you would think would have been filled. Like, Padme's not in it. Princess Amidala's not in it, which you would think would be in. Iden Verso's not in. I mean, there's several others that you would have expected to see. Yeah. Also, they've got tie-ins for things like Solo and that sort of thing. But anyway, I digress. Let's go over here and... Oh, okay. There's a lot of people down there. Let's fling a lightsaber. You can see the range of this lightsaber is fairly good. And that's a Yoda. We have a Yoda over here, so let's see if we can do a force throw. Yep, send the guy. See, that's the thing about Yoda is he's quite small and not very heavy, so we can very easily lob him about. And there we go. Yoda is now dead. I say dead. They either like do a little sort of give up, or they'll... Is that a Wookiee hiding in the scrap? They are. Ah, they have ultimate armor, and it's called a hitbox that I can't get to. There we go. Yeah, they tend to sort of give up the characters rather than anything else. Oh, that is Luke Skywalker. The thing about lightsabers is that they do on half hit hard when they're not blocked, as one might imagine. Send them over there. So we now have really the ultimate build here. We have the Emperor, who is a very powerful support character. Can't take just sustained blaster fire, I find. Vader, who is, well, it's Darth Vader, a tough nut to crack, and Maul, which is more like a shock trooper, I think, but I don't profess to be any sort of expert in this. Certainly in, like, say, the more competitive scene, if there's such a thing. I assume there would be, because there's a competitive scene for most things. And is that the Emperor over there? Yes, they are. And oh, I was going to say that's a lot of characters over there, but it's actually... Where's that shot coming from? It's actually like loads of different... Oh, it's just like, yeah, just different... I think it's part of the skybox, perhaps? Yeah, it's only when you get a certain point that the people appear. Looks like we've got some characters coming around the back here, and I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're characters or whether they're just standard people. Hang on, yeah, let's just get them sent, and... Let's have a throw. No, that's a problem. Right, you're dead. You're not dead, but you're about to be dead. If you just do a left-click spammy build, or left-click spam, you're probably not going to do well because you don't move as you might imagine. There we go. And that objective is taken. So we've got one more objective to take, but it's down there down here in a hangar bay, which can cause some problems. It says return to objective, but I ran as the countdown was starting. So I'm going to go round the side. I'm on full health, 700 health. Didn't get him, shame. Right, so we know there's someone around the corner. There's the Emperor doing Emperor stuff. Normally involves saying power and, you know, generating electricity bullets. Higher than most. Go on, send him. There we go. And let's start doing Maul shock trooper. So Maul, I think because of his the stats that he has, I think I'm gonna die here. I think I've overextended. He generates health when he kills people. That's a hero. That is that Chewie. That's a Chewie. Now I can deal with Chewie, just not with the health I've got. So I'm gonna send him over there and run away. Although if I can find him again. Got him! Got him! It is quite fast-paced, I'll give you that. It's not one for... it's not really a slow build, this one. Let's go for a slow game. I mean, it can be, I guess. Depends on what mode you're playing, but there you are. I find that the more these sort of games I play, I tend to just want co-op. But challenging co-op. You know, I want to verse AI with friends rather than other players. Probably the age. Right. So how we're doing? We have no one coming from there. So I was going to say it feels like someone's going to come from behind, and that's exactly what's happened. So let's just get. Oh, I can't do anything. I've had my ability stopped for some reason, and I don't know why. And because of that, I've taken a serious amount of damage. So I'm going to cower in here, which it doesn't feel very Maul, but well, it's happening. That's about right. See, my abilities are not. I'm not able to use my abilities. I don't know why. Is that a bug, or is that an ability that someone's used on me? It is possible. Either way, there should be a capture, and that should be a win. And there we go. That has been a bit of Darth Mauling Simulator 2024. Actually, no, it would be how many years now? Because it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So we have no idea. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. Expect to be in the bottom. 4th. That's how it's done. And Aiden first. So all heroes. So yeah, that's not a bad one. Okay, let's have another one. Let's try. Should we try one of each era? I don't think we did. I don't know if we have time for one of each era, but let's try a different era, because you'll be able to see like the heroes and such. And obviously some heroes are spun across multiple eras. They span multiple eras. So if we go to play a co-op mission, let's do Separatists. Actually, yeah, we'll do Separatists. So we'll get Maul as Separatist, and we'll be able to see Yoda and Chewie. Actually, I think Chewie might be the only hero that goes all the way from Galactic to Resistance. I think so. Obviously, Resistance, Kylo Ren, Rey, Finn, Phasma, that sort of thing. So, yeah. Oh, Lando, I think. I think Lando you can get in that era too. Okay, Camino, a Republic attack cruiser. So, squad players against enemy team, yes. I don't know which one it is. It might be the very, very, very shiny one. Well, it's Camino. It's going to be shiny, isn't it? Although, to be fair, the Resistance stuff, the sequel trilogy, tends to be the shiniest of all the Star Warses. Remember, the way to direct a J.J. Abrams film is to make it shiny and have lens flare. Right, let's play instead of the heavy. Let's go with probably the assault, because I'm working on these weapons. There's also been more weapons added. They've added this extra one here, and as you play, you get more unlocks and stuff, which I thought could be done perhaps a bit better, but there you are. Oh yes, we've got Grievous, we've got DOOKU, which I've hardly played, as you can see, level 2, and obviously MVP all the time. The droid, destroy a droid Dakar. Right, let's go ahead and assault, and we will head out to see what we can do. And hopefully that thing will include attacking, because I much prefer attack to defense. Capturing enemy positions. Okay, so we are in a Republic cruiser. Are we in a Republic cruiser? Capture command post. Wherever we are. Yes, a Republic command post, because you can see all of their bits over there. And there's a person that's running this way for some strange reason. So it's got an active reload system. If you reload, when you overheat, I'll do it so you can see at the bottom there, just in case you're unfamiliar. Keep firing, and then it overheats. If you reload within the blue, it immediately gets to fire. But if you keep firing, I might as well use my scope here, and you reload in the orange, like that, it is, like, basically it doesn't, you can just keep firing and it doesn't generate any heat, and then it goes to the cooldown stuff. So we're currently assaulting A, but that's no reason for me to actually head to A, you know, because we've still got targets here, still putting fire down range, and it draws some of those enemies off. We're currently obviously standing in the middle, and there's a gonk droid in the way. And oh, that's a lot of enemies coming through the centre there. This is probably not the ideal... Actually, it might be a decent weapon. Actually, what's a better weapon is this, which is a shotgun. But what I've done is put a solid slug in it. So, yeah, I can happily just sit here and really do some damage. With that solid slug. There's a Wookiee. And that was an absolutely terrible shot. And they're still in the cap point as well. Let's get a grenade sent over there. And the gonk droid just gonking around, doing gonk droid stuff. Which I believe is a power droid, so I guess that would be powering stuff up. I think it's just a big battery on legs of gonk droid. Depends what cannon you read, I guess, though. Taking care of that over there. And we've captured it. So this, I find, is one of the hardest ones to assault. This point here. Let's go solid slug. So, missing, 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 hit, hit. And that's a mannequin Skywalker over there, so we're going to have to take care of that. So you've got this ramp that goes up in the middle, but the point that we have to capture is on the left and the right of that. Problem being that Anakin Skywalker's over there, so I'm going to keep shooting over at Anakin. And let's go solid slug. And that's a Grievous. And I'm going to start working forward. Okay, I might change my mind. The thing is, I can keep putting damage into him. Yeah, dodge that, mate. He didn't dodge that. But he's deflecting all my blaster shots. But he only has a certain amount of deflect. He's only got a certain stamina. Oh, he's also trying to flank me. Well, if he's here, he's not hitting anybody else. So I don't particularly mind. Solid slug. Dodge this. He didn't dodge it. He died. There you go. I don't think I got him, though. I think somebody else got him. I'd love to take credit for that, but it's not happening. Okay, and this is... Oh, I'm dead. It just feels like this is such a wrong position. And there was that Wilhelm scream. I think that might have been a Wilhelm scream there. And we're in. We're in position. Let's hide behind these red pipes. The red, so hopefully they don't explode. Let's go for the headshots. There you go. Line it up. Good. We like that. Let's go solid slug. And there's someone up there with a sniper rifle. Let's see if I can... Yes! Out-snipe with a shotgun. And you... Oh, I did as well. There's that guy absolutely destroying everything. Because he knows it's an apt name. Command post contested. Oh! Oh, thank you, Darth Maul. That's, that one. Another win. Excellent. Right. You can see the damage. There's a fall off of the damage. I think there's someone going to be falling back in here. Let's lob that in there. And let's keep going. There's a Grievous. Might as well come in here and get some early shots in. Keep hitting. Keep hitting. There's a hero over there. I don't know where. One of my favourite builds, not in co-op, because the co-op wasn't fully fleshed out when I first was running it, but it was a build with... Not Assault. That's Chewie, that. But the thing about Chewie is that he can deal a lot of damage, but as you can see, he's just a Wookiee with no armour. So I managed to do a lot of damage to him, 16,000 battle points. So, sadly, Maul's in play. There's no Bosk in play. We'll play a bit of Bosk, one of my favourites. Yes, I digress. One of my favourite builds was playing as the Scout, and you have a thing, I think it's called a Stinger Pistol or something. You hit someone and it does damage over time and marks them on the map, but it does more damage and stops certain abilities, I think at the time anyway, on heroes. So you used to sort of plink heroes in multiplayer and then go, oh dear, what a shame, never mind, because they couldn't use any abilities. So Bosk has a set of grenades he can put out. He has a gas grenade, and then he also has basically wall hacks and then area effect bombs. To say Bosk is one of the most powerful characters. I don't know if that would be an understatement, because you've always got the, you know, Jedi sort of stuff, which can pretty much just be a, you know, an insta win at times. But the damage you can cause with Bosk, especially in this mode, if you can hit, you understand, unlike me.
I've seen mercy in your
Feels like we're gonna get someone over there. I'm going to get in. See, I'm not even capturing this point yet. I'm just. Let's get a smoke grenade there. Let's get some Bosk grenades there. And I'm going to go with this mode because the thing about a corridor, only one way in. So I'm just going to keep firing. I'm going to die. There we go. But that's a lot of damage and push them back quite a bit as well. Still have more than enough points for that. But if we have an option for droid Dakar, we're going to have to go with it, aren't we? We're going to have to go with it. And at least at this point we can spawn on someone, whereas if you spawn as a hero, you cannot. So we're going to go to roll mode. This is so cool. And we are going to rush past the mouse droid there. And unfold. And how's it going? The thing about this guy is, he gets in and people start dying at close range. Although we are now running out of not only shields but also health. I'll use my active reload, wait until I can do that, which is unlimited fire. And just keep firing. And that is an Anakin Skywalker. He's going to kill me. Probably, actually, I'm killing myself firing all that, but there's no reason not to. I've got more than enough points to get him again. And obviously, it's all a team effort. I guess one could argue about the difficulty of the game, of the modes, saying it's not that difficult. I find that some of them naturally are harder than others, the maps. But I don't know if I want it any more difficult. It would be nice to have the option, certainly, to be able to put it on a very higher difficulty where it is really tough. And you know, the AI is smarter or they get more points or whatever. Just to add that extra challenge, but I'm not really that bothered. Like I say, I'm more in it for just the comp stomp with friends, enjoying a couple of beverages, that sort of thing. And yeah, let's be frank, the eye candy. And are you a Republic Commando? I mean, you can keep firing all you want, mate, but I've got a shield and you've now got no armour because it's made of plastique. There we go. Let's go over here. I'm going to activate roll mode, get away quickly. I have played a couple of games where I've ambushed people, where I've rolled around the back, like in multiplayer, for example, and got, like, say, 10 or 12 kills in seconds. Because when you activate that fast fire ability and you're within, say, 3 feet of someone, they tend to disappear. They don't even... there's not even a sniff of force left in them. And there we go. There is another Vic and Terry. So, we've done a bit of Imperial forces. We've done some Separatist forces. It would be rude of us not to pick a map with the new stuff. Again, 4th. Not done very good, but there we are. Let's go back to main, and we're going to do one on the newer saga. Which way do we want to go? Light side or dark side? Well, we've played dark side, if you could call that, for 2 out of the 3. So we might as well make it a hat trick, right? Do all 3? Yeah, it would be rude not to. So, play and First Order. One of the Resistance maps, I think it's the Jakku map, where you have to assault a downed Star Destroyer, and it's like you're going into the bowels of it and such, and it is a nightmare. There's many a time I've lost, in fact I've lost more to the AI on that than I have won it, so yeah, it can be difficult at times. So we're going to a Jan Kloss, which I'm honestly failing to remember what that even is. Let's go with Officer. Let's go with Officer. And I don't know whether I've even played this map. I have played it. Yes, I have played it. I know which one it is. Okay, fine. So we have to go. Let's see, that's the back of a Tantive 4 or Blockade Runner, depending on your language. We've got that to assault. And is this? I think this is the last command. Is this the last command point? It might be. Either way, I am sort of on my own here. That's all kinds of bad. We do have an ATST, which is always an advantage. This weapon is not particularly good at long to mid-range fire, but it also has lots of shots. We've got, by the look of it, Phasma there. Just putting damage down range, slowly moving up. Obviously, objective is in the centre here, underneath the Tantive. And it looks like we're capturing this. Is this the last one or the second last one? I'm not too sure. Abilities for this one, current setup is the turret over here, which I'm actually going to pick up and move forward. You can blow it up as well as one of the abilities, but I want to just place it there near that foot. We have a buff like that, which is gives them like extra. Yeah, I think it depends on your build, different cooldowns or reduced heat or whatever. And then finally a grenade, which is a horrible stun grenade that does a bit of damage, but it's mainly just to make the visibility more difficult. So let's see, we've got a lot of people coming in here. Let's see if I can focus on. Is that a BB-8? Oh, good grief. So BB-8 and the Imperial version, good grief, I got absolutely charged down by that jump trooper there. Yeah, and the Imperial version is extremely powerful. Let's go with an incinerator here. Yeah, the BB-8 is absolutely deadly. It's like, I genuinely have... There have been times where I'm playing like Darth Vader and a BB-8 turns up, or not Darth Vader, like a Kylo Ren, and it's like, oh, BB-8. Well, that's me dead. But there's a BB-8, and the good thing about BB-8 is they don't really like a lot of fire. And one could argue that nothing likes a lot of fire. But I managed to take them out there. I think he just overextended. But they come rolling in, and they do like a spin around thing, which is really powerful. Goodbye. And that's a ray. That's a ray back there. Oh, right click actually is an ability. Oh, yes, of course it is. There we go. Things like a... It's like a mortar shot, basically. And it's like... You can really lob it. I think one of the most powerful carriers, especially in this mode, in co-op, is Finn. Finn is really powerful because he basically has an aimbot. Lando has a... like a high noon ability from Overwatch. That's what their ability is. But Finn, sorry, just has, you know, he activates ability, he can just look at people, and he basically gets a lock on. He doesn't even really have to aim, which can be extremely problematic. So I'm slowly pushing the front here, putting damage down. Probably not going to last long in here, but I'd rather put a lot of damage out. Oh, I just got rolled over by... Yeah, rolling charge. BB-8 got me. And you can see the Emperor has been... the Emperor's getting trolled by BB-8. We could go with our version, although I'm tempted for... Oh, you know what, I am going to go for our version. I've only played a little bit of this one, so I don't even know what the abilities are. Smoke screen, shock spin, and charge up. Okay, fair enough. So let's roll this way. So we're going to put in a smoke screen here. I'm going to do a charge. So we're just basically spinning around, as you can see. And we're just absolutely destroying things. And we're going to do a charge. Again, I'm just sort of shock troopering this here. And, oh dear, no. Somewhat, right, mistakes were made. Nobody saw that. 99 battle points, don't even clap it. I think I'm going to go with... See, there's none of these characters apart from Phasma that oh, the Emperor, actually. I really like playing the Emperor. But certainly Kylo, really don't know. More than any other characters know what I'm doing with them.
Captain Phasma is here.
There's various levels of knowledge I have with the characters, but obviously Kylo, nah, hardly played him. And it was always a problem I found back in the day when you're playing multiplayer, because if you wanted to level up heroes to get the better cards, you had to get the heroes, but you couldn't really get them because once they were picked, the people that were already high level would never relinquish them because they would never die. So it meant that you really couldn't level up your heroes. And that's a Ray. Let's see if we can get close to Ray. And yeah, I already regret this decision, but Yes, I think I managed to get them, yeah. But yeah, the only way to really get... And there's Chewie as well, so Rey and Chewie together. Hence the level up. I'm on very low health, but I do have a healing ability. Hide, hide, hide. There we go. Yeah, getting the heroes leveled up was problematic. The only realistic way to level them up was to play heroes and villains, which all, again, had the same problem that you could often come across against people who were a lot more powerful because they had just more cards. Shame. Not perfect. Far from it, the game, but like I say, with the co-op stuff, I don't really care. I can just play at my leisure and smash some people with friends. Let's get this here and get in here. A lot of damage. Good. In a position where I can flank. Okay. Obviously, range is not this guy's forte, but oh, good grief, that's a lot of people around there. So if I can get some flame in here. There we go. I can reload. And I think flame nade in there. And now, is that about it? It feels like that could be a win. But it's going to take another minute before we know. Or maybe a little bit less if we capture the point. So, start sending the rain. And there they are on the left. Good damage. Melee. Melee is always an option. There we go. Active reload. Get that on the go. And that's a win.
Sector secured in the name of the First Order.
I say a relaxing one. I always come out of these games after a couple. Go, not stressed, but certainly like, well, that was a bit of a tough one, wasn't it? That was a ride. Anyway, are we going to be last again? We are. The excuse I have this time is that we came in about halfway through the fight. But we've had 3 nice co-op fights with several different characters, several different eras, and on different maps as well. As I said, you've also got the other side of that. So we played the dark side, essentially, but you've also got light side. So you've got Galactic Republic, Rebel Alliance, and the Resistance. I tend to stick with Rebel and Galactic personally because, you know, that's the Star Wars I grew up on. But yeah, you know, and then over to there, and then over this side, really. I do like playing Separatists mainly because of the destroyer droids and stuff. But I mean, in terms of modes, loads of multiplayer modes. You've got Supremacy, Heroes and Villains. You've got Galactic Assault, which you go and fight different fights and stuff. It's like a push back and forth between I think it's like different maps and stuff. Starfighter is sort of underwhelming. I've played bits of it, but not a great one. But as you saw there, we've got this potentially. Well, it's not even showing it there. The new one that's going to be a 5v5 multiplayer, first person Star Assault type thing. Looking forward to that, and it's VR native out the box as well. So. If that's any good, I'll be disappearing for a while. Either way, that's been a bit of Star Wars Battlefront 2. As I said, it's a game that is, from my point of view, just really fun. It's just arcade Star Wars. I did a video a long time ago now about saying, is it good now? And yeah, it was then, and I think it's even better now, with all of the caveats that, yeah, you've got, you know, probably the odd bug here and there, and the performance can be iffy, and you know, it would be nice to see more star cards and weapons, and it's not been, you know, not getting any stuff added anymore. It's just a case of, you know, bug fixes and tweaks and changes, but it is what it is. It's relatively cheap to pick up, and it's still good fun. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.